I don't know if you're aware, but did you know you can make money online from absolutely nothing? Okay. It's some amazing times we live in, and you literally can start making money online even if you have no followers, no product of your own to promote, no experience, like literally absolutely nothing, okay? And you can get started with just something as simple as your phone, whipping out your phone and start recording content, okay? If you have that, you literally can get going at making money. Now it's just a matter of knowing what to do, how to do it, right? How to go about doing all this stuff. But the other thing, the amazing thing too, is that it's not complicated. Okay. Now, before I get into the rest of the video, if you're looking for a simple way to get started that will actually help you how to get help teach you how to get going making money online, and in this case selling digital products that you don't even have to create, I would highly encourage you to check out the first link in the description of below this video. It will give you access to some training that will show you how to do just what I said from scratch, starting with absolutely nothing, right? Like it'll show you how to do it step by step, right? Set up an online business the right way, okay? That will give you a great opportunity for long-term success promoting digital products. And with the stuff you'll learn, it's going to apply to more than just digital products, right? You can use this to promote physical products, all types of stuff. As a matter of fact, if you're someone that even has an offline brick and mortar business, okay, these are strategies and principles and things that you can learn to increase the activity at your at your brick and mortar business, right? Like you can increase sales at your brick and mortar business with just simply being online, okay? As a matter of fact, I don't know if it was I want to say Gary V or so. I like watching a lot of his stuff, right? Gary Vaynerchuk, if you're not familiar, you can look him up, but he goes by Gary V. He's well known as Gary V. besides the full name. But there was something that he said that I found particularly interesting, and he said there is, especially if you own any kind of business, right? Whether it's a brick and mortar business, an online business, or like one brick and mortar traditional business, even if it's like your little mom and pop store and all that type of stuff. He said there is absolutely no reason whatsoever, like there's no logical reason whatsoever why you are not why you would not be online creating content, okay? To generate, to basically to increase your business, right? And increase sales and all that type of stuff, okay? And it makes complete sense because you think about it when it comes to like what fuels any kind of business, right? You need eyeballs, right? If it's an online business, or even if it's a brick and mortar business, you need people coming through, right? Advertising, marketing, that's why you see all the big companies advertising on TV. They're in our faces 24/7, right? Because they need to get the word out there about themselves, okay? And back in the day, right, before content creation was a thing with all the different social media platforms that give us this amazing opportunity at the moment, right? Before, like, say the small mom and pop store, right? Little businesses and all that type of stuff, right? Before they could get on TV or on, acquire any kind of ad space, right? They would have to spend money that they don't have, right? To get a fraction of the audience that you can get now for free with organic traffic from the various social media platforms, okay? So it's a matter of like just getting on YouTube, the likes of YouTube, and then even like YouTube even has a short form content now as well, like as opposed to like say long form videos, but likes of YouTube, TikTok, right, Instagram, Pinterest. I mean, there's so many. Lemonade. I can't even begin to try to list all of them. LinkedIn, like there are so many different social media platforms, and if you're just getting started, I mean, just two will do just to get going, right? Get yourself going, get yourself familiarized with the platform and all that type of stuff, and start building a following, okay? Start building a following. And before you go on to say, like, like, or dismiss this, that, oh, the people, the only people that make money with this stuff, or the only people that have success with this stuff, they do so is because of the fact that they have a huge following. Guess what? They also had to start from zero. Okay, nobody starts with 100,000 followers or 10 million followers, whatever the number is that you're looking at as the kind of number that you need to have in order to have any kind of success, right? I don't care who it is that you're looking at. Everybody starts from zero. Okay, so, and there's no reason why you can't be you. There's no reason why you can't do the same. Okay, and again, it's just a matter of, like, if you don't have a business, okay, if you don't have a business, and you don't know where to start, and you're looking to get something going with some kind of online business, just check out the first link in the description I mentioned below, that I mentioned earlier. Okay, that's the place to start. If you do have a business, right, and you have an idea of what it is that you want to, talk about, like, I would hope or imagine that it would revolve around your, have something revolve around your business, right? Just start creating content. And if you're wondering what type of content, just stuff about your business, okay, like how your business works, and like the products that you sell and all that type of stuff, right? Like, share how you built your business, right? Like building in public type stuff, or whatever the case may be, right? If, let's just say, if you are building in public, but even if you already have an established business and all that type of stuff, show the inner workings of your business and how things go. And you'll be surprised to find out how many people get really interested in that stuff. Okay, like, people, you're gonna have people who are interested in learning how to do what it is you do, and then you're going to have people who are just interested in how what you do works. And these are the same people that are going to become, like, fans of your business, and and customers eventually. Like, think about it. You can start building a following on the various social media platforms, right, in a matter of months, and you can start reaching thousands, hundreds of thousands, and even to the tune of millions, okay, for absolutely free. Well, it's going to cost you your time, right? It's going to cost you your time, and whatever skills you're going to have to acquire to learn how to start putting out content and all that type of stuff. But it's not money. You don't have to spend money, right? But this is going to be an amazing investment in terms of what it can bring back to you for your business, okay? People who otherwise would have never known you existed, right? Never known you existed. All of a sudden, you have reach, okay? Gone are the days, right? Gone are the days where it was only the big players, only the profiles with huge followings used to get all kinds of crazy reach, okay? Social media has changed right now. Like, they're starting to reward quality now, and just like what people are into, what people are interested in. Like, the social media platforms now, the way, at least the direction which they're going now, they don't necessarily care that you have like a huge following in order to push your videos. Right now, if you have something that's interesting, engaging, and people want to learn, or people want to hear about, it's that you can go viral with a tiny channel. Okay, that's why you see little channels just blowing up overnight, because they produce something really good, right? Or they created something that people were interested in, and the videos just they take off, right? And then it gives their business a whole lot more exposure, right? And then before you know it, you have people, people who otherwise would never have come through to your local store. Or even better, if you have an online presence, you'll have people coming to you online just because they love what you're doing, okay? And there are going to be people out there who want to support what you're doing, even without necessarily knowing you before, right? Knowing you before, before they came across you, right? And it's just this whole factor. What is this? Like the whole know, like, and trust factor, right? The more stuff you put out there, the more people get to see you, the more people get to start to feel like they know you as a person, your mannerisms, the way you behave, the way you talk, right? And then, the more they get to like you, the more they get to trust you, okay? And once you have that trust, right? Once you have that trust, guess what? The wallets start coming out of pockets, right? The cards start coming out of the wallets, right? And the card numbers start getting input into your checkout process, right? So it's it's a great opportunity, right? Like this, like now more than ever before. Okay, I'm just trying to like, please, especially if you have any kind of business, whether it's online or offline, you need to start creating content. Like organic social media right now that's the ticket. Okay, that's the ticket for growing your business, whether it's online or offline. And here's the other thing too, right? Like once you have winners, right? Once you have things that are doing well organically, if you want to fuel the fire a little bit more, you can start pouring gasoline on them by way of ads, like paid ads, right? On your organic content that performs well. Because if it's doing well organically, there's a decent chance that it will, resonate with a lot more people that you pay to get in front of. Okay. So that's definitely something to keep in mind, right? I don't care what kind of business it is. And you know what? Here's the other thing too. Even if you don't have a business, right? Even if you don't have a business and you don't even know where to start, uh, just start with like go the personal branding route, like just basically for the sake of just personal branding, and just start posting content about I know, yes, if you're new, nobody knows you, nobody cares about you and all that type of stuff, but just start putting your thoughts out there online. Before you know it, you'll start gathering a following that way as well. And you gather a big enough following without necessarily having any kind of business or not necessarily selling anything. Before you know it, you'll have different bigger brands and companies reaching out to you, okay, reaching out to you to start promoting their stuff, right? Obviously, you want to make sure that whoever you decide to do business with are, the people that that your principles align with, right? You don't just want to go out there and promote any kind of stuff that doesn't necessarily fit with your brand, right? Because what happens is, if it's not a good fit, not a good match, the people who know, like, and trust you, all of a sudden you start to lose their trust, and that is not something that you want. Trust is a really hard thing to gain and a very easy thing to lose if you mess it up. Okay, so keep that in mind. So, like I said, even if you don't have a business, you don't have anything that you're particularly keen on selling right now, just start just start a personal brand, right, on social media. And it's about yourself. Start sharing your thoughts, start talking about whatever, right? And you'll find your voice, trust me. That's the other thing too. Like the more the more content you start putting out there, the more things you start talking about, the more you watch other people as well, you'll find your voice, right? And you'll eventually get to the point where you know exactly what it is that you want to be about, and what you want to start, whatever. You may come across something, a business model that you might want to take on. But if you're looking for, I would say, like, if you're brand new and you're looking for something that is really hassle-free, well, I shouldn't say like completely hassle-free. I would say like one of the easiest ways to get going as a complete beginner who has doesn't necessarily have any major experience in business and all that type of stuff. One of the best business models I would recommend that you go with is something called affiliate marketing, okay? And it's really simple. It's a very basic, it's been around for ages, right? Since, I don't know, I want to say the 80s perhaps, I don't know. But it's just a very simple business model in which you as an individual get to promote other companies, help promote other people's businesses and promote their services and help them generate leads and sales, whatever the case may be, right? And in return, you get rewarded by way of an affiliate commission, okay? You can get paid commissions just for referring leads without, the people that you're referring having to spend any money, right? You can get paid for generating sales, right? And get a commission for those, right? So it's something that's great for beginners to start with because you don't have any inventory to deal with, okay? You don't have to do much in terms of customer service because your job is just to drive traffic to the particular business business that you're promoting, and they are the ones that handle all the customer service, product fulfillment, right? Payment processing and all that type of stuff. All those are headaches for the vendor, like for the owner of the product that you're promoting to deal with, okay? So it's a great way for beginners to get started, right? A great way for beginners to get their feet wet when it comes to like doing business online, or even if it is offline. You can do affiliate marketing offline, whether it's by word of mouth and all that type of stuff. But of course, I wouldn't necessarily go that route. I wouldn't recommend that. If you do decide you do want to do this, I would go all in on doing this, on learning how to do this stuff online, okay, with digital marketing, right, as opposed to other means of marketing, like whether it's like newspapers and billboards and all that type of stuff, right? Digital marketing is the way you want to go. It's predominantly online, all right? And again, I always come back to it just because it's the simplest way for beginners to get started. I come back to on social media, right? The various social media platforms. Yes, you can still do search engine optimization with websites and stuff like that, as far as, like other means of generating traffic online, but or even if it's paid advertising, still through search engine marketing, right? Or paid advertising again on the various social media platforms. But then again, starting out, I wouldn't necessarily recommend that just because there is a major skill involved there. And if you don't know what you're doing, you could very easily lose your shirt, okay? Organic is the way to go starting out, right? And the only thing you're going to be sacrificing there is your time, okay? And it's less costly in terms of like mistakes and all that type of stuff. You will learn and get better as you progress, right? And then you'll eventually get to the point where if you do want to take things up a notch, right, you have an idea of what works and what doesn't work, and you want to get better. You want to reach more people more quickly. Then you can start looking into dabbling with paid advertising. I would highly recommend taking like some kind of course from somebody that's actually done this stuff, like when it comes to paid advertising, so that you get to minimize the number of mistakes that you otherwise would make, right? Because you're learning from other people's mistakes in this case now, right? You're learning from other people's mistakes and other people's experience, right? So if you do decide to go the paid advertising route, whoever it is that you decide to learn from, whatever course it is that you decide to pick up, just make sure that you are learning from somebody that is actively doing what it is that you are trying to do when it comes to paid advertising, okay? And but organic, right? Start out with the organic stuff. It's like I said, it's free. It's just your time, that you're going to lose. And I wouldn't even call it losing time. Like, it's time that you're investing for something greater, right? But affiliate marketing is the way to go. And again, that link in the description that I mentioned below, it's the training there is going to teach you how to get started with affiliate marketing, right? You're going to learn how to sell. Like I mentioned earlier, it's predominantly digital products, but the principles are the same. You can use them to promote physical products. You can use those principles to promote your own brick and mortar business if you have one, right? And but it's predominantly, it starts out, the majority of the training is going to be affiliate marketing related, right? And promoting through digital marketing, right? So if you're brand new, you'll go through different various exercises showing you what niche you may want to go into, whether it's something related to a specific interest of yours, right? A specific interest of yours, or even if you don't have one, you'll be shown like the ideal ones to get into that have been proven to do really well, okay? And continue to do well to this day. Like, for example, if you're doing anything like in the weight loss space or anything finance related, right? Or dating and relationships, right? Those are evergreen, big time niches that have been really good in the past and will continue to be really good in the future, okay? So that's something to keep in mind. But like I said, don't let your lack of followers or lack of basically not having an experience stop you, okay? Like, I know people who started from absolute zero, who had no clue, had nothing, had no idea what they were doing, and they went on to have massive successes to the tune of 7 figures, stuff like that, right? But of course, those are outliers, right? That's not the norm. But I'm just sharing that just so you know, like, what is really possible with this stuff if you actually give it a genuine shake, give it a real try, and don't sleep on it, okay? So thank you ever so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below. I will be sure to respond. At this point in time, I still, I have a really small channel, so I am able to, and I always do, make sure that I get back to every single comment that I receive. I've not yet gotten to that point where I can't keep up with comments. So if you got something to say, something to let me know, something interesting you'd like to share, if you have any questions, put them below. I promise I will respond. And in the meantime, if you want to get started with an online business that will show you, how to get started selling digital products as an affiliate, doing affiliate marketing, or even creating your own, first link in the description below this video. Check it out. Go through the training, get started, and try to start making some money. All right. Thank you ever so much for taking the time to watch, and I will catch you in my next video. Ciao.